San Jose, get your fucking fist in the air!
My name is Erin Micklow, and I'm here with Diaz from Suicidal Tendencies.
What's up? Hola.
It's so good to see you today.
I know. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah. So we're out here in San Jose for the bash. You guys have been on the whole run of it. They're like weekend shows, right?
Yeah. It's every Saturday and Sunday.
Full stop! Take it from the start straight up! Keep pushing my heart, no one!
Guys, everyone out there, this is our second time doing this interview. We had a camera crash.
It's fine. We have time.
Yeah, but you were also saying earlier in our previous interview
that you're never going to see.
That's never going to happen.
Great. So now I'm going to talk super stupid stuff.
But you were saying that you guys have been kind of trading jokes because it's like the bands, you guys see each other every weekend and it's just like the crew kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like one of those that, you know, first show, it's like, hey, you know, my name is this and that. And then like by the end of the tour, you know, we're all buddies and cracking jokes and it's just great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I love when any situation turns into that. It's like the coolest feeling ever on tour.
What's been like one of your favorite shows from this run? Like what's been the city that kind of showed up the most energy or that was the weirdest? Some of them rained, right?
Well, we got lucky actually because we actually got to play our entire set. And then when Rancid went on like 3 or 4 songs in, it wasn't even just rain. It was like a legit storm.
Yeah, that was the Jersey show, right?
Yeah, Madball was playing, and I love Madball. Those are my dudes. So
that's awesome.
It's always just cool to see them.
Yeah.
But every show's been great. Like every city has been cool. We're lucky enough to have friends everywhere, so they all come to the show, and we're having a great time.
That's awesome. Well, so you being from Chile, how was it immigrating here? Did you struggle with anything or?
The legal part is, you know, I didn't struggle, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. Other than that, I already knew people here, so I was very familiar with how, I don't know, I guess society or at least California works a little bit. So it didn't take me long to like get used to it. But yeah, the legal part, it's kind of hard, and plus the fact that you're leaving your country and your family behind and your friends and all that. But, you know, everywhere you go, you can make your own little family from scratch, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's cool. You know, I'm just thankful for being here, you know.
Yeah, and we were talking about, like, obviously with technology, it's a little bit easier because you can FaceTime these days and kind of share your life.
FaceTime, you have, you know, WhatsApp, you have text messages and Facebook Messenger and, well, Facebook and Instagram and everything. So it's doesn't replace giving someone a hug or whatever, but you know, it is what it is. You get used to it. Even if I was in Chile, I would be touring, so I mean, it's not like I can see everybody every day. So
yeah,
to a degree, you just accept it, I guess. And to me, maybe it's a little easier because, you know, I don't have like kids and stuff. You know, my other band members, they do. For me, it's a little easier.
Yeah.
Know? But I mean, everybody's been doing it for so long that I guess they're used to it. Yeah.
So for you, are your parents good with technology? Like, have they gotten on that?
They are. I mean, they have like Instagram and, you know, we FaceTime and all that. I don't know if I wouldn't say they're good at it, but they're good enough to like check, you know, where like, oh, today he's playing this place, so they don't think that I'm lost, you know, in the universe, whatever. But we basically mostly use to check in. It's like, oh, you know, this happened. And okay, I'm going this, so I'll let you know when I land. Whatever. Okay, all good. Kind of like simple stuff.
Yeah, my mom will always do that. Like instead of actually like texting or calling me, she'll just check my Facebook to see like, oh, she's alive. Okay, yeah, she's alive. What's she doing this weekend? Oh, that looks fun.
My mom just learned kind of like to reply to my Instagram stories. So it's kind of weird. Because she only replies with like, you know, she doesn't write anything. It's like when you get like those like specific like 6 or 7 options that have like an emoji.
Oh yeah.
Like the heart or like, I don't know, the crying one or stuff. So she just emojis. Yeah.
That's
cute, I don't even reply. I kind of feel bad. I don't even reply. But
well, what do you say to an emoji?
I know.
Another emoji.
I just like the reply.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like I'm acknowledging I've seen this.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. popped off joining Suicidal through Instagram. You were friends with them when you were in Chile, and then you started you moved to Mexico, and then you were posting you playing Suicidal songs on Instagram, and that was kind of how it helped move forward.
We always kept in touch, and they knew I played bass, and then eventually, of course, being in LA, it made it easier to interact and all that.
Yeah.
Like we would run into each other, I would go to their shows. Then I also started playing with people that, they knew or respected and stuff like that. And I guess, I don't know, it's a mix in between like Instagram and me knowing them before, and also word of mouth and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, hey, have you seen that kid from Chile that knows all the songs and stuff? And also just the way that, life happened and they needed someone, and I was, they called me, like, hey, what are you up to tomorrow? And I'm like, nothing. And they're like, okay, are you down to do it? I'm like, yeah, and luckily I was prepared.
Yeah.
So it went like that. Like I went from, I don't know, Thursday sitting at home to Monday being on tour.
That's amazing. Yeah, I read that you and Dave Lombardo, formerly from Slayer, joined the band kind of the same time.
Yeah, we had the first rehearsal together, and I didn't even know he was going to go on the tour with me until I showed up at the first rehearsal, and I see a car parked and Dave Lombardo walks out of the car, and I'm like, oh shit, Dave Lombardo, that's awesome.
Was it intimidating for you in that first rehearsal?
Well, I didn't realize that until I actually walked into the rehearsal room, and he was setting the drums, and I'm like, oh wait, what's going on here?
No pressure at all. But
no, I mean, it's weird because obviously it's like, oh wow, Dave Lombardo is playing, but also to me it was like, okay, I'm not the only new guy here, so it's like teamwork or whatever, and also it's bass player and drummer, it's like we gotta click, so it's I think it kind of worked in our favor that we got into the band at the same time.
So for sure
we made it work.
With Instagram coming up, it's like a platform that's kind of people didn't really have back then, and you were talking about earlier how it's kind of helped you grow so many more relationships and friendships in the industry.
I talk to a lot of people, I connect with a lot of people. I wouldn't say I don't believe in that concept we're Instagram friends. To me, it's as until the moment we actually meet, it's when we become friends.
Yeah.
But also because, online anybody can pretend to be whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But until you don't interact in person, you can't really feel who that person is. But I love social media. I'm all over Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all that. I don't have an issue talking to people or replying. Sometimes I can't reply to everything, but I try.
Yeah.
And especially when we're traveling, sometimes you're sitting, on a plane or a van for hours, and you don't really have much to do other than go online, and and you can nowadays you can find bands, you can see other bass players or musicians, and it's just interesting. You never know what you're gonna find, and that's scary and awesome at the same time.
Yeah, it's like a platform where people are out there, and the ideas you have in your head, you no longer have to wait for somebody to give you that opportunity to make them. You can just do it.
Yeah, and also in a way, I guess it helps you realize that you're not the only crazy dude out there. It's like, I don't know, I want to start an Instagram out of just posting pictures of, I don't know, rocks. And then people start liking it, and you go on other Instagrams, oh, there's other people that enjoy, pictures of rocks and whatever, and it's cool. You can create a community out of nothing, which is cool. And it's also scary, but it's cool.
And I enjoy your posts about tour, because some bands, they're not posting enough, and it's when I'm at home and I'm not doing anything exciting, I want to live vicariously through your life of getting to see these beautiful places. When you went to Hawaii.
The way I see it is, I also have, we were talking earlier, I have my family and my friends in Chile. So what I try to do, especially in the stories and all that, is show them I'm having fun, I'm good. I'm surrounded by fun, cool people, so I'm not afraid to show a funny moment that happened backstage or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna show maybe private stuff without asking someone. It's like, hey, are you cool if I post this or not?
Yeah.
But I think it's cool to show another, side of not just me but the band, and or a tour, or I think people want to see that, it's a cool thing to know. Everybody's normal, everybody's the same, and we like having fun, we like having a beer, whatever, it's cool.
also got to go to Cuba. Actually, you
Yeah.
got to play two shows there,
We did
right?
2 shows in Cuba, 1 show in Holguin and second show in La Habana, which was cool because we actually flew into Holguin and we actually drove like in a little bus all across Cuba to Havana. So we actually spent like 2 weeks over there. It was time of my life. So
That's amazing.
so cool. And it was so special to see Dave playing there. Like
Yeah.
he got very emotional about it.
Was he actually born in Cuba
Yeah.
and immigrated?
Yeah, and it was well, right before the show, he actually went to Cuba for like a few days. But when we played the show, it was like his second time going in like, I don't know, like 40 something years.
Oh, wow.
And to me, it was also important because it's not the same, but when the first time after I joined the band, that the band went to Chile and played a show, he was like super happy for me. He's like, oh, so cool that you had to perform, for your people. And I'm like,
Yeah.
So the whole time we were, and the whole Cuba thing started from Mike. Like it was all us. Like nobody like brought us to Cuba or anything. Like we've, with
Yeah.
our like resources and all that, we paid for everything we went because we just kind of like we wanted Dave to have that, like
Yeah.
we'll make it work so you can actually play in Cuba. And it
it's
wasn't
special.
easy, but we made it work.
I mean, you were saying earlier that the people there are just so happy, and I feel like they've
so
learned to
amazing.
like really live with very little.
Yeah, and I've never seen, happier people and so thankful and all that in my entire life. And I've been to a lot of places, and
Yeah.
like super simple lifestyle, like walking down the street and people dancing and inviting you like inside the houses and stuff, like all the houses like open.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, where are you from? Chile. Oh, you want to have a drink? Come in. And
Yeah.
you're, in 2 seconds you're sitting with a family you don't even know, like having dinner.
That is so funny.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they seem like a very welcoming culture. I mean, a lot of Spanish-speaking cultures are just very like open-armed and welcome to our
I think
home
it's kind of like I don't know if the best way to say it is like a weird thing, but like I don't know, the less they have, maybe the less they're needy, and they're just thankful and happy to be alive and have another day, and they just make the most out of it. And
in
super
America,
cool.
it's such a society of materialism and consumerism and things like
Yeah.
that. And it's like when you're in a country, like I've read articles how because imports were stopped from them for so long, they would have to just fix their cars with what they had, and that's why they have so many vintage cars.
It's kind of like one of those like, what you see is what you get, and like it's pretty much comes down to like, who are you? Or like, are you a cool guy or not so cool, and we can be friends or not? It's like super straightforward thing, and I enjoy that. It's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And like I said, to me the best part was just seeing Dave there, super happy.
That's so cool.
Meeting some of his family members for the first time. That was insane.
On your Instagram that you've been getting into fitness lately, and you've actually like lost a ton of weight. How did that kind of start? What motivated you to do that?
Well, it's a combination of things. Mostly the fact that I was kind of like, first, I'm not getting any younger, so it was like I hit that point that it's like now or never a little bit. And also, I met someone super inspiring and influential in my life, and she's been a great like force behind me to get out of bed every day and make something happen.
Yeah.
But it's cool, and it was like a long process. Like it just became, it started with just trying to eat healthier, and then eventually riding my bike a little bit or going to the beach and swim, whatever. And then this year it went on like, the year started and I just like casually ended up joining a gym that looked kind of like something I could do or I might enjoy. But it's not like gym. It's kind of like a kickboxing cardio thing.
Yeah, you were saying
so it's
that
like
it's
in
like
and out.
Stations, right?
Yeah, so I walked in. I don't even have to talk to people. I just jump in, do my thing, and leave.
It's funny. So is it like CrossFit or?
It's not CrossFit. It's like a full body kickboxing kind of thing. Like you know, you jump rope for 3 minutes, then, I don't know, push-ups and punch bag, and then trainer-led thing. It's like every day is different.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It keeps it fun, and I'm trying to do that twice a day when possible, and I'm enjoying it way more than I thought I was. So it's kind of, it has, I wouldn't say it's been a struggle or anything. You know,
Yeah.
I'm really having fun, and whenever I don't go, I actually feel bad. It's like, I really wish I was at the gym. So it's cool. It surprised myself how much I'm enjoying it. So it's cool.
So how is it for you on tour when you're playing shows? Do you keep up with your fitness routine, or do you do exercises?
Well,
like, it's kind of hard when you're always like plane, car, van, go.
It's hard, but luckily for me, playing a Suicidal show is kind of like going to a gym.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
You
a
guys
lot of
jump
running
around
around
a lot.
and jumping. So when it's the day of the show, I probably won't work out or anything. Also because I don't want to be tired for the show.
Yeah.
Sometimes I did a short tour with Billy from Biohazard.
Oh, cool.
And like I just brought like a jump rope, and you know, before the shows I will just like jump for like super simple stuff, whatever, just kind of like to keep active, or just going and you know, if we have a day off, I'll just go and walk for hours. And
And explore.
I wouldn't say I go to the gym when I'm on tour, but I
Yeah.
try to at least not stay in bed all day. You know, like
Yeah.
go out and walk or whatever.
Yeah, you just want to be active, and then you get to see stuff too.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I guess if this helps anybody, to me personally, the hardest part of like actually starting working out was like leaving my house.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
You just have to get
like
going.
making the decision, like conscious decision. Okay, I'm gonna like get out of bed and do something proactive or whatever.
Yeah.
And once I got past that, it's every day's been super easy, honestly. So
That's awesome.
do that. Don't stay in bed all day.
Oh, well.
Unless you have a super comfy bed and good company.
We're going to close with that. Thank you so much for taking the time
thank
today.
you. I'm Ra from Suicidal Tendencies, and you're watching Last Rockers TV.
Thank you.